if you want to make it in life, then your thinking must be strong. Bible says, as a man think in his heart, so is he. You are the product of your thinking. That we talk about what we say from our mouth differs. Mystery of life. And what we tackle, the actions at time, differs. Some things that are invisible, that may not be seen physically. Some people gathered and they said they will build a building. Bible called the Tower of Babel. That they will go and meet God. Even God himself, that nobody can stop them because they are determined.
Why do we have some people making it and some are not really making it?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Hear me. God is not a respecter of persons. God is not a respecter of persons. But hear me, there are some differences that I've seen in people. Many of us, we love to celebrate results, but we don't ask all the processes. Everybody, we want to celebrate, we want to model after people. We love when people achieve results. But have you gone to them to ask, what are the processes? What did you do before you got this result? But hear me, they are in two parts. Part 1 has 3. That I have seen the differences between people that do make it and people that do not make it. Don't forget that we are all human beings. You are a man. We have many men. You are a man like me. And we have women. They have the same body structure. But hear me, there are some things that are invisible that may not be seen physically. But those is make the differences between people that do make it and people that do not make it. Let me go to first part. First part has 3 parts. And I put it like 3 T's. I call it 3 T's. 3 T's. Number 1 is your thinking. Number 2 is your talking. Number 3 is your tackling. What you think about or what we think about differs. What we talk about, what we say from our mouth differs. And what we tackle, the actions at time differs. Because you're a man like me, that does not mean that you think like me. Because you're a man like me, that does not mean you talk like me. Because you're a man like me, that does not mean that we tackle, we do the same thing. We tackle the same challenges. We take the same steps. That is why, hear me, if you want to be great in life, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
If you want to make it in life, you must make sure that these 3 things are very, very strong. I have checked it from Genesis to Revelations. Apart from Bible, I have seen, I have studied as young as I am, that if you want to make it in life, then your thinking must be strong. Your strong thinking. Hear me, do you know that it is what you create space for in your heart that will determine what will take space in your life? Let me repeat that. It is what you create space for in your heart that will determine the kind of space you get in life. So the more space you create in your heart will determine the space you get in real life. Bible says, as a man think in his heart, so is he. You are the product of your thinking. I'm not talking motivation now. I'm talking about a real mystery, undiluted mystery of life. So make sure that your thinking is so strong. And hear me, what you say part time matters. Make sure that your speeches, your utterances are very, very strong. You don't talk negatively. You talk negatively, you will see negatives. So hear me, and hear me. The step you take part time, what to tackle part time. So if you want to achieve great results, hear me, tackle great challenges. But should I surprise you? These things are cheap and are free. Can you hear me? They are free and nobody can arrest you based on your thought. Now you get your thoughts now. You can think that you will make it, can arrest you. It's cheap and it's free. So why can't you express? Why can't you expand the platform of your thought, your thinking? Can you hear me? Nobody can arrest, and nobody can arrest you based on what you say about yourself. If you say that you'll be great, nobody can stop you. I mean, are you talking? If you say, I will be a billionaire, I do laugh. When some people mock or criticize some people, the way they talk that I'll be president, I'll be like that. They say, everybody, he has his mouth. Now he gets his mouth. He can say, I'll become president one day. And one day, if he has not taken, he will be the president. So you cannot be arrested based on what you say. And what you tackle, stop here, you take part time. If you say that, hey, in the next 5 years, I'll be a multimillionaire and I will start a big business, you cannot be arrested. That's why I say it is free and it is cheap. You hear me? Some people gathered. Some people gathered and they said they will build a building. Bible call it Tower of Babel. That they will go and meet God. Even God himself, that nobody can stop them because they are determined. That the only thing God could do is to scatter their talkings when they could not hear one another. So God, the only attack that God could throw at them is to destroy the way they talk. God said, no one can stop them because they are determined. They thoughts. They see, there are some powers that God gave to us. And it starts from your thinking, our thinking. See, it was the people of Israel that they said, when they went to spy, and they saw giants. Bible says, and they said that we are like grasshoppers. Who told them that they were grasshoppers? They thought, they said it, and they were like grasshoppers. But two people had the Holy Spirit, Joshua and Caleb. They said, we have a God. We know that they are giants, but we know we can crush them. So, you see, even all of them, Moses, everybody were crying. But the two said, no. We are not following your thoughts. We have a God. We believe that we can destroy these people. So no one can arrest you based on the way you think, how you talk, and what to tackle part time. Hear me, but this may not be gotten, you may not be drilled on a platter of gold. Before you can get this thought, these three things very well, you need to pass through some strong wilderness. God had to take Ezekiel to this school to train him how to think, how to talk, and the action in Ezekiel chapter 37. Even God himself, when God saw the art was without form. The first thing that God saw was problem, but God applied that logic of positive thinking, strong talking, and actions. God said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be firmament. And you could see many things that God created. They were product of strong thinking, strong talking, and strong tackling. They are the principles of life. If you want to make it, and they are free of charge. That's it for that.